Greetings, Summoners. Cosmic here, and welcome back to another Battle Spirits Saga video. And today we're going to be talking about the February Early Adopter Kit. If you've seen the last video, this is mostly meant to be like, hey, stores had to sign up and buy all these cases and do all this stuff. What do they actually get from it, and was it worth it or not? So this is just going to be one of, I guess this is the second of now 4 videos that I'll go out and just talk about the early adopter program overall. But then also, if, well, all you care about is the giveaway, and I got good news there, is that the giveaway is now live. So there's going to be a link in the pinned post, and then I'll have the information that you need about how you sign up, how you can get extra entries and all that stuff. But long story short is you get a lore book, and I'll ship it anywhere. I really don't care. I know shipping might be like $20 if I have to do it outside the United States, but whatever, sign up. If someone in Ireland wins it or something, right, I'll ship it out. And I've actually done that before, which is why I said that for Final Fantasy. Just reminded me. I did actually have to ship out to Ireland before. But, you know, whatever. It's supposed to be a celebration of the game, and I want everyone to have an equal chance to get it. So if you are, outside the United States, it might take longer to get you to you, but I promise I'll find a way for it to get to you. So with that, again, if all you care about and you don't want to see like the video of it and all that stuff, just go check the link and all the sign up stuff will be there. However, for the rest of this video, and again, this will be a lot shorter than my normal videos, just talk about like the overall experience, what did we get, what the POCs look like, and all that stuff. So first and foremost, they are the, rectangular box that we've seen, volume kit 2 for the update. However, the one big thing about this month's kit, or, well, was supposed to be the big thing, was the World Guide and Game Guide book. So you can see it there, and we're going to have a video in here in a minute. But overall, it was, meant to be with Saga, it's a reboot of the world, so to speak, right? It's a reboot of the lore. Lots of things are changing. So this was going to really be the first look of it. And, stores can use this however they want, right? This is not, and I want to be very clear, this is not meant for stores to just give away for free. This is meant to be either a come to a demo event and raffle one off. It's meant to be a purchase incentive for boxes, other ways that they can raffle it off, right? It's all about ways to get the community engaged with Battle Spirits Saga, or, crazy enough, like have a Friday Night Magic thing where they're throwing in a world guidebook to the prize pool, because then it's like a marketing thing as well, right? So things of that nature, it's really meant to be, kind of however they want to use it. Now, I will say Loot Card Shop, 2 weekends from now, I believe, or 15 days from now, we're going to be doing a early adopter event at the store, which will be raffling off some of these early adopter books. So that'll be another way to get them. And then they're also going to be doing a purchase incentive for if you buy, I think that we said 6 booster boxes. We're still working out the details, right? Because pre-release obviously matters. We're waiting on pre-release news. There's a lot of stuff up in the air, but then you also have to remember in April, there's going to be the full foil demo decks, or we assume demo decks, just as full foil decks, but everything on the website seems like it's going to be the demo decks that are foiled out. And there's also going to be exclusive sleeves that you'll get, and I think you get more cores, but I mean everyone's gonna have enough cores anyways. So that's going to be another thing where it's like, okay, the first 20 people who buy a booster box of Battle Spirits Saga, or maybe you make it 2, like whatever it is, right? You give them one of those kits. So now you're giving them extra sleeves, you're giving them extra foil cards that are absolute staples, by the way. Like if you haven't had a chance to get the demos in yet, or you haven't like broken down the demo decks and see how good they are for like set 1, a foil version of some of those cards that are starter exclusives that as right now are no other ways to get them, those are going to be valuable. Like people are going to want those. So like at a minimum, is it going to be $5 or $10 for some of those foils, or $20, right? Who knows? But there is going to be exclusive foiling available through the early adopter program. And then I know there's not all the details, or I guess it is public now. So we are going to be getting a Bandai creator kit of sorts, or influencer package, whatever they're calling it, which is also going to have the full demo decks in foiled. So I'm assuming that will also be just what's available in April, and that's going to be a way to confirm it. So more on that in the future. But it'll have a couple other goodies that we'll talk about in that video at that time, and probably a separate giveaway. Or again, just once April lands and we do another video like this, we'll do like maybe 2 or 3 giveaways. I think stores get 64. And I'm buying 2 cases, so obviously my LGS is going to give me a number of these, and well, I don't need all of them, so I'll do another giveaway in April once we have that kit and all that good stuff. So with all that out of the way, talking about the poster itself, so one thing I did not like about, and I was very open about this in the last video and or Twitter, maybe it was just on Twitter, I forget now, I really didn't like the CGI Seaworm, right? Because it's not a good first look, right? It's not something you're going to see in the cards itself, and I guess you could argue the Saga rare, but that's not something that most people are going to see, right? Unless you're already well into the game. But the CGI Seagworm was just like, okay, like I get it's because of the lore video, you know, at the bottom of the poster compared to this one, it had all the old template of stuff. So it's really nice to see that they've already improved, like first off, it just looks better because it's the actual card art and it has a nice 1-to-1. But then also you have like Maduk and Michaela also, you know, featured on the poster. So it gives you like a little bit more rounding out than just this CGI Seagworm that's sitting out. And then also the foiling is still just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love what they've done with this. And again, if you put it into a frame, you put it on the wall, it's going to be a really great just attention grabber for local game stores to do. So I am going to try to get one of these posters because again, the early adopter program is supposed to have a new poster every month, and no store needs 4 Battle Spirit Saga posters. Maybe if you're a very large store, then sure, but 99% of stores are not going to need 4 of these posters because they're a pretty big size. Like they're bigger than the Magic posters they're bigger than Magic and Flesh and Blood posters that most stores, at least in our area, your area might be different, have hanging up. So one of these is going to really catch the attention. And again, the foiling just catches the light so beautifully. Very, very happy with this updated poster. And then, might just give away one of the other ones to another local shop just so they have that free advertisement. So that said, from the poster, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful upgrade, 10 out of 10. Love everything about it. Obviously, having the right information across the bottom is also important. So love to see the updated like booster box and starter deck images. That's all great. What I'm kind of torn on, and let's talk about the positives first. So you have to remember that Saga is a reboot of effectively the lore. It's going to be a new world, new series of events, new chapters, all that good stuff. So just the fact that they have a type of lore book, and there's quite a bit in here, right? In terms of what's available both on card text from a world building standpoint and then elsewhere. And elsewhere right now is only the lore video that's out. And obviously now this book, this does actually give us a lot of information and what to look forward to in some of these different realms. Again, now kind of going into more of the negative side is that it didn't have blue and green. And I realize it's because blue and green aren't confirmed yet. They're confirmed as we're getting them, but they're not confirmed of like, oh, is blue coming in set 2 or is it blue and green in set 2, right? Or is it just green? Who knows? Like there's no... both One Piece and Digimon did it differently, so there's not like we can say, oh, with 100% certainty, both colors are coming in the next set. We just can't. However, you could have at least put a small blurb on that first image, like the world map that players are getting for that play-at-home kits, just to fill it in. Like, I get it. You don't want to spoil, like, what type of the... families, species, or I guess they use them species here, but, families that we're going to be getting in those colors, like they don't need their own dedicated pages, but at least make the map complete. And again, I realize that the part of that is, yes, it's supposed to be part of the lore video. It's the first chapter of the story. And the next set is going to be a new chapter. Maduk won I guess I don't want to say the war. Maduk won the battle. Obviously there's going to be some stuff there. I think it was like the Realm of Radiance that stood her off or something, so like Realm of Radiance might have a bigger play. I have to go back and look at the lore myself, just to be fair. But, there is a story that's being told, which is the important part, and then this nice world guidebook does give you quite a bit of information into each one of the different realms. And what I also really like for the Battle Spirits players is there is actually like White World and Yellow World, Red World, and Purple World that are in the book. And if you are again, Battle Spirits player, you know how significant those are, but otherwise it's just like a nice touch. And personally, I love Yellow World. I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Like the more... the colors just pop on it, and maybe I should just throw in an image here. Like, it's just a beautiful card. Absolutely looks great from a framing perspective. And I really hope this means that we do see the world cards, maybe not in the next set, because I'd like to see them as a cycle all introduced together. So if we get blue and green in set 2, then I think that'd be really cool. If we get it would have to obviously not be a rebirth. It would just be a Nexus, what have you, right? Just make it a Nexus, but give that as like another world building item that each color then has, and make it a full color cycle within that set. Again, if that's set 2 or set 3, we kind of have to wait and see what that looks like. So overall, I mean, yes, cool. If you only care about this from like a lore buff perspective, it's a nice thing to have. Obviously, it's a collector's item because only early adopter stores are getting this, and maybe a select few. I think this is in the influencer kit as well. I don't remember off the top of my head. So there's a very, 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 very limited number of these printed, all things considered. So from a, again, collector standpoint and lore buff standpoint, like, sure, this is going to be something that you're going to want, 10 out of 10. but it is like this accordion book style, and the backside of it is like a play guide or whatever they call it again, where it's like, this card is a spirit, this card is a magic. I get why they did that, but it does, kind of cheapen it a little bit for me. Like, I really wish they would have just solely dedicated the lore style of this. Like, it's 8 pages, like whatever, fine, keep it 8 pages, but let the focus be on the lore building and like how much actual good stuff is in here compared to throwing the game guide stuff in the back, because at the end of the day, nobody cares about what's on the back of this, right? You are either invested in the game, you know what your spirits, magic, and nexus cards are, and it doesn't really serve a purpose, especially because the audience for these was early adopter stores who were already running events, who were already doing demo days, who were already hosting other events to get people into Battle Spirit Saga. The backside of this just doesn't really hold any real purpose, in my opinion. So that said, obviously I'm not selling this, and purely just to put a price point onto like, okay, it's a cool collector's item, but it's also like a kind of a cheaper book. Like, I wouldn't pay more than $50 for this. Like, yes, it's a neat piece to have. I like that they've added onto the lore, but in the end, it's only 8 pages. There is obviously those last 2 pages with going to Nova and Maduke, which have some nice information, but I wish I would have been a little bit better. Now, again, I think from, it's not just sleeves, right? Sleeves any game can do, right? Foil cards any game can do. This is unique to Battle Spirit Saga, and it's obviously really important to the world. So I think that's really cool. But ultimately, I wish it would have just been done up a little bit better. So again, this is just my very honest opinion of it. And, it's still a cool thing to have. And, a year from now, it's going to be impossible to find. So strictly from a collector's side, obviously, cool thing to have. Get them early while you can, because I'm sure like the Flesh and Blood lore books, which are way nicer, to be fair, are impossible to find in good condition if it's not like already in a collector set. So a cool thing to get, again, if you care about the lore, if you care about the collectability, and if you want to have one of everything that they've done, this is obviously an automatic pickup. But if you're someone who's on the fence, just try to win a giveaway. Hint, hint, link is in the pin post for that as well. And I think it'll be just fine that way. So next month, it is the March tournament support. There is going to be a new promo pack, so that will be exciting. So promo pack volume 2 will be included in March's bundle. So it won't be Mars and White-Hole Dragon. It'll be 2 new promos. So again, kind of a note there is if you want to get your early adopter foil promos, and no, I don't have extras. Sorry, I don't have a giveaway for that. Start asking around, because there is only the 2 months of support for the early adopter promos, and then they're gone. So next month, I'm kind of hoping it'll be purple. I mean, there's no real way to know. Both Mars and White-Hole Dragon felt a little random, if I'm being honest, but maybe once we have the volume 2 packs, it'll make more sense of why they picked those 2 cards, and maybe we get 2 purple cards, which would be cool. I don't even know who I'd want, to be honest, off the top of my head, but who knows? Please look forward to it. We'll do another video review. We'll do another foil preview, as it were. We'll show it off on another video and talk about it, but the tournament support is supposed to be like table numbers and stuff. So if we get pre-release kits, or maybe it's just here's booster boxes and here's a sealed format, we'll talk about all that in the next video. So again, I apologize. That's all a lot of up in the air hypotheticals and all that stuff, but we just don't have that information right now. So I'm just speculating best that I can. So with that, there is going to be hopefully tomorrow or then Monday. I know I've been getting asked a lot, and I hear you. I'm going to put out a yellow deck profile. I have a list, a God Beast list. I'm really love right now. I've tested it quite a bit now against a wide variety of things, and I think it's pretty good, quite honestly. It's not. I think the biggest mistake you can make with 2 costs right now is just going all in Unga Bunga Rush, which is probably fine. Royal Potion's obviously a card, and once we get more 2-drops in the next set or EX01, that's probably fine as well. But I strictly think the more value side of yellow that you can be playing with God Beast is just way better. Like a whole tier list above by using, 80% of the same cards and then changing out that last 20 really makes a difference. So please look forward to that in the near future. But with that, that is all for our February early adopter kit. And again, link is going to be in the pinned post for the giveaway. It's going to be open for a week. We'll ship anywhere, all that good stuff. But again, as I get more stuff, as I can give more stuff away, I'll definitely do another video and do another giveaway because again, for me, it's all about spreading the joy of Battle Spirit Saga and getting the word out there and getting more of these, pretty hard to find and unique things like the World Guidebook and what have you into the hands of other players. Because again, we have 3 shops here in Michigan that are early adopters. So there's going to be a ton here, and hopefully other stores also do some sorts of giveaways, but we'll see what that looks like. So until then, my friends, stay hydrated, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next Saga video. Cheers.